I'm Sarah Forgany with KENS 5 News Now. A bingo hall worker has been arrested on child indecency charges. BCSO Child Safe investigators identified him as 29-year-old Joseph Uribe. They arrested him at his home and they say there could be more victims. Simone Simpson has the latest.
According to BCSO, Uribe is suspected of sending nude photos of himself to a girl through Instagram. Investigators say Uribe worked at the Hilltop Bingo off 181 near South Presa Street. Detectives say the suspect drove to the victim's home and pressured her into unwanted and inappropriate contact, including exposing himself. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office says when investigators placed him under arrest, Uribe stated that he understood the reason for his arrest and declined to speak further. BCSO says anyone with information on Uribe, including other possible assaults, should reach out to them. Joseph Uribe was booked at the Bexar County Jail on a warrant for indecency with a child on a $100,000 bond. He has since bonded out.
A crash on the Southside sends 2 people to the hospital. Police say a woman lost control of her truck on Pleasanton Road just before 10 this morning and hit another car. The drivers of both cars were taken to the hospital. No word on the extent of their injuries, and the cause is still under investigation. An Arctic blast has moved into our area, and that means freezing temperatures. And ERCOT has issued a weather watch for parts of the state. The watch is expected to last through Friday. ERCOT officials say there's currently no risk of an energy emergency and that grid conditions are expected to stay normal. They added ERCOT will use all available tools to manage the state's power grid. The U.S. is kicking off 2025 with a rise in several illnesses. The flu, RSV, and COVID cases. 40 states are reporting either high or very high levels of flu activity, according to the latest CDC data. Emergency room visits are very high and increasing for COVID-19. Doctors say some people have built up immunities from previous infections and vaccinations, which can make symptoms more mild. But there is a growing number of people with serious complications. Doctors say it's not too late to get vaccinated against the flu, COVID-19, and RSV. Pertussis is another one doctors are keeping a close eye on, known as whooping cough. The respiratory illness may start out like a cold, but the cough that comes with it can last for weeks or even months. And right now, they're seeing the highest number of cases in years. Doctors say early treatment with antibiotics may lessen the severity of the infection. And they say whooping cough is also preventable through vaccination. President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden are set to visit New Orleans today. They will attend an interfaith prayer service and meet with family members of victims. Authorities have also released new information about the attacker. They say he traveled to New Orleans at least twice before he rammed a pickup truck into a crowd, killing 14 people and wounding dozens of others on New Year's Day. A vigil was held for the victims Saturday night. Today also marks 4 years to the day when a violent mob of Trump supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol and interrupted Congress as lawmakers gathered to certify Joe Biden's presidential win. Congress is now convening in a joint session, this time to certify Donald Trump's 2024 presidential election win. Natalie Brand reports from Washington, D.C.
Tight security around the U.S. Capitol serves as a reminder of what happened 4 years ago on January 6th. Then a mob of Trump supporters stormed the Capitol to try to stop the certification of Joe Biden's presidential election victory.
I hope that some of them might feel a ping from it if they see me.
Washington, D.C. police officer Daniel Hodges, who was beaten in a doorway during the riot, is attending today's session as a guest of Democratic Senator Adam Schiff.
It's be my honor to make it as uncomfortable as possible for the GOP members who try to whitewash that day and lie about what happened and pretend that we didn't save them.
Nearly 1,600 people have been charged for their roles in the January 6th attack, some carrying weapons like bear spray, knives, and flagpoles. Of those, 1,000 have pleaded guilty and 600 were charged with assaulting or resisting police. With President-elect Donald Trump set to take office in a few weeks, the federal election interference case against him has been dropped. On the eve of today's certification, supporters of January 6th defendants held their nightly vigil outside the Washington, D.C. jail.
It was not an insurrection. It was the people going to the Capitol to voice their opinion.
Trump has pledged pardons for the rioters, but he's yet to specify if it will be for all or just some. Critics warn that would undermine the criminal justice system and rule of law. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
A bump in Social Security benefits is on the way for more than 2 million retired teachers, firefighters, and other public sector retirees. President Biden signed the Social Security Fairness Act into law. The measure eliminates 2 federal policies that had barred employees with a public pension from collecting their full benefits under the federal retirement program. The president says millions will get a lump sum payment to make up for missed benefits in 2024, while the average monthly increase in payments is around $360. And a new trend you'll see at airports around the country. Dozens of airports have started employing therapy dogs to help de-stress passengers. In fact, a golden retriever named Dino has one job, and it's to spread happiness to passengers at an airport in Europe. The 3-year-old therapy dog offers a dose of calm and comfort to travelers.
His job is to bring happiness and joy among the passengers. And he comes, he pets, he plays with them, and everybody's happy, including Dino.
He's adorable. Now, Dino's trainers have dubbed him Zen Dog, and passengers say he helps ease their anxiety. Here at home, this week's forgotten friend is a 2-year-old German Shepherd named Serena. She was found as a stray wandering around in Comal County and was brought to the shelter. She gets along with other dogs, but is not a fan of cats. She loves going for walks and is healthy, already spayed. Plus, if you adopt Serena, she'll get a free glow-up spa day from Lucy's Doggy Daycare. Find out how you can meet your new best friend on Kens5.com. Well, let's talk more about that Arctic blast. Meteorologist Ryan Choptaw.
Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, today's high near 49, clear skies, but with low humidity and dry air and that Arctic air continuing to move in. We'll see lows back in the 20s by early Tuesday morning.
Thank you, Ryan. And that's Kens 5 News Now. I'm Sarah Forgany.